Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Tillman. So I talked about it before that police officers will never understand the threat that they're up against until they're up against it. Let's get into the video.
Ryan Tillman, real talk, it's the truth.
All right, guys, so what I want to do now is I want to show you guys a pursuit where officers are chasing this suspect. They finally land, and once they land, the situation escalates quickly. Let's watch the video, and then we'll talk about it.
61. Huh?
He has a gun back there.
Okay. Hey, give us 1033 orange rugged infant guy with the gun.
So they're chasing a guy that's believed to have a gun. They pull up on him on scene. Once they get out on scene, they get out their car, and let's see what happens next.
Get down!
So I pause it right there simply because obviously I'm getting censored on YouTube. And so because I'm getting censored on YouTube, got to pause it. But what I want to show you guys is this. If you go to the end of the video, the suspect actually had this in his possession. It was a fake firearm, and they ended up killing the suspect, unfortunately. Now, what it looks to be to me, it looks like to be a suicide by cop situation where the officers pulled up at night, tried to detain this guy. This individual pulls this out, this fake firearm, and they ended up utilizing deadly force. Now, what's the point of this video? The point of this video is to talk about this, is that I don't know if you guys recognize, but at the beginning of this video, it's super, super dark. So how do you expect officers to understand, what a threat might look like when it's this dark outside? It's easy for us to quarterback it after the fact and be like, oh man, they should have recognized, but there's no way to tell that this right here, my friends, is a fake gun. There's no way. There is no way just by looking at it that you can tell that's a fake gun. And so we've seen situations time and time before where officers will utilize deadly force against somebody that might have a firearm in their hand. But the point is that in order for an officer to tell whether or not something is fake or not, they have to be able to examine it. They got to be able to pick it up like I am myself right here. They got to pick it up, examine it with their hands, be able to check the chamber and stuff in order for them to realistically know whether or not a firearm is fake or not. The days of them making firearms that are, maybe black and have an orange tip or the whole gun being orange and stuff are long gone. And I've even seen guns like this, these fake ones, that they may be painted orange and stuff like that or red, but they're actually real firearms. And so officers have to make these split-second decisions to determine whether or not these firearms are real or not. And realistically speaking, that's not always possible. Sometimes it may be too late. So I ask you the question, if you're the officer that has to go out there and make a decision of whether or not something is fake or not, are you willing to take the risk of somebody pulling out a fake firearm against you? And are you willing to take the risk to see if it's fake or real by them pointing it at you? And we all know the answer to that. The answer to that is no. What about this? Are you willing to take the risk of somebody reaching into their pocket and coming out this quickly and you having to determine whether or not this was a cell phone or a gun in their hand? We've seen that happen where people have been killed and all they had in their hand was a cell phone. Recently, there was one with a vape pen. Let's say if I flip it this way and I take it out that quickly, how fast can you determine whether or not an officer had a cell phone or whether or not a suspect had a cell phone or a gun in his hand? True story, and I'll end with this. One time we were chasing this guy when I was working patrol. And a guy went home and grabbed or got out of his car, ran up to his driveway, and he grabbed his mom, and he pulled out something out of his pocket really, really quickly. And he went just like this to his mom. But what ended up happening is the light to his cell phone went off, and that's the only thing that we were able to see in the nighttime was that, hey, the light to his cell phone is off, and that's how we knew it was a cell phone, which prevented us from having to utilize any type of deadly force. This stuff happens, and so very, very difficult. I want you guys to have a little bit of grace and mercy for officers because there's no way to tell these things are fake or real unless you're actually, touchy-feely with the gun. So with that being said, guys, do me a favor. Subscribe, hit the like button. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section, whether or not you guys like these videos or not. And also do me a favor, if you guys want to see the real uncut raw footage that I'm actually about to post here in a minute, go to our local channels. What that does is two things. One, I can post things without being censored because I've been being censored a lot. And two, it also allows me to share with you, interact with you guys, engage with you, and it supports me. You guys subscribing to my locals channel helps support me, which helps me bring the content back to you and all this stuff. So anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care and God bless.
Ryan Tillman, real talk, it's the truth.